Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is adjective phrase 22. The adjective phrase today is out of touch. Okay, let's take a look. We actually have three meanings here. Here's the first one. If someone is out of touch, it suggests that he or she is no longer aware of the current issues, problems, or attitudes of others, of other people. Okay, all right, this is the second meaning. No longer in contact with someone. It could mean that. You could be out of touch, meaning you haven't talked to them for a long time, or you don't keep in contact, you don't email or phone or anything like that. Number three, not following the latest news or the status of someone, especially someone or something that you used to follow before. Okay, so let's continue. The origin of this phrase comes from the military, surprisingly. In the 18th century, at that time, it was required that every soldier be close enough to touch one of his comrades, one of the other soldiers. He should be close enough to brush the arm of a nearby soldier. So they wanted them to stay together. They didn't want them to wander off. If he couldn't, he was deemed out of touch. So that's where the phrase supposedly originally came from. Let's continue. All right, we got four examples here. Here's the first one. That politician is out of touch with the everyday problems of his voters. Yeah, we hear this one a lot, especially around election time. Somebody may try to accuse a certain politician of being out of touch with their voters, meaning they don't know what it's like. They live in Washington or they live in some area and they only interact with other politicians and they have a very rich lifestyle and they don't know what it's like. They don't realize the struggles or the hardships that the average voter is going through. That's what we mean. So we do hear this one a lot in regard to politics. Sometimes they'll accuse some politician of being out of touch. He doesn't know what it's like. He doesn't really understand their problems or their issues. All right, let's look at number two. I have not heard from her for ages. Remember, for ages means for a long time. We have been out of touch for quite a long time. So this is the second one. The second one here meaning no longer in contact with someone. So, you've been out of touch for quite some time. All right, the third one here. I stopped investing in stocks. I've been out of touch with what is happening on Wall Street. So maybe when you did invest in it, you used to look every day, check the price, the prices, whether they're fluctuating up or down, study the economy more. But if you no longer have stocks, maybe you're no longer interested. So you've become out of touch with what's happening there. So again, like the third one, not following it, not following the latest news, not following the status. And number four, it's along the same line here. I don't read fashion magazines anymore. I am really out of touch with the latest fashions and styles. Okay, great. I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.